Hey YouTube, what's up? Sam back at you again to hit you with another video. Now this video is coming out of New York, Manhattan that is. And this video, let me tell you something. When the OJs made that song For the Love of Money, people would kill their own mother. People would rob their own mother, kill their own brother. They don't care who they hurt or beat. They don't care. It's not that money is evil. It's the love of the money. That's the evil part. People don't seem to understand that money has a way of controlling you mentally, emotionally, even physically, just to have that almighty dollar. But you got to ask yourself, is it worth it? I'm going to read a snippet of this story and give my opinion and my thoughts as I go through. And let me go ahead on and put this disclaimer out there for all y'all YouTube and internet trolls. You ain't got to like my page. I don't give a damn if you give it a thumbs down. I really don't, because guess what? That's all you do. And then you got the nerve to not put a picture up on why you don't like my shit. I don't care, because at the same time, you're a coward. Because you want to not like my page, but you don't have the balls, the audacity, or the gumption to put a picture up there so somebody can see what you look like. Because you know why? It ain't nothing to you. That's why your page is blank, because you ain't got nothing. Ain't nothing in you that's going to be good. That's why your page is empty. That's why your face is empty on there, because it ain't nothing to you. You don't stop nothing that nobody got going on because you don't like something, or you put a statement up there and you ain't got no picture. Trust me, you a coward. You ain't nothing. You ain't got nothing. I don't pay you no mind, because guess what? What I eat don't make you fat, and the shit that I eat, the food that I eat don't make you shit. So I don't care about none of that. But anyway, enough of that. Let me go on before YouTube get mad at me and a whole lot of other people get mad at me. But like I said, I'm the type of person, I don't care what people think about me. I don't care how people feel about me. That's their problem, not mine. Not my monkey, not my circus. Let's continue. He wanted his wife's fortune, so he killed her, then tried framing his daughter. Now that tells me you didn't care about your wife, and you didn't even care about your own daughter. You wanted what you wanted, when you wanted, how you wanted. No matter how you had to get it, you did it. Let's read this story and give my thoughts and opinions as we go through. A 9-year-old girl woke up. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta put my glasses on because I'm really be trying to do this without my glasses, but that ain't working. The 9-year-old girl woke up early one morning in December 2009. Now, this is 2019, so we're looking at 10 years later. In December 2009, and found her mother face down in a bathtub filled with bloody water inside their Manhattan apartment. Above the tub, a cabinet door had been nearly pulled off its hinges. So 9 times out of 10, this woman was probably trying to save herself, and she was trying to get on something and hold on to something that she can try to give her last to save her life. The girl's father, who was estranged from her mother and lived across the hall, Lord have mercy Jesus, said that the panicked girl called him and he called 911. He told police that he had tried to revive his wife. Investigators initially determined that her death was an accident. Okay, that don't sound right from the start. Within days, she was buried without an autopsy. Now, see, let me say this right here. I do know, okay, per the wishes of her Orthodox Jewish family. Now, that is true. A lot, I don't know why, I don't know where the ish part come in with the Jewish, but when you're a Jew. I don't know where the ish part come in. So if anybody know about that, please let me know. Because Jesus Christ was a Jew. He wasn't Jewish. He wasn't something like a Jew. He wasn't part of an offspring religion of the Jew. religion, Jewish religion. But I digress. It ain't about religion, but let me go on. But I do know some families, I mean, some religions, in 2 to 3 days, you're buried. It's no week, 2 weeks. I think it's only like certain families over here that you can die today and they won't bury you for another week or two because guess what? Either the person didn't have life insurance and you got to get the money to bury them because the funeral home ain't going to hold your body forever. Um, and or you got family coming home or whatever the case may be. But anyway, let's continue. But on Wednesday, 9 years after the woman, Shelley Danishfsky Kovlin, 47, was discovered dead, a jury found her husband, Roderick Kovlin, 45, guilty of her murder. The verdict came after a years-long investigation and an 8-week trial in State Supreme Court in Manhattan. Prosecutors portrayed Mr. Kovlin as a heartless schemer who would stop at nothing to collect his wife's money, who used his children as pawns in his machinations. I don't even know what that word is. But anyway, Lord have mercy. I didn't see that word at first, so y'all got to forgive me. And even took steps to frame his daughter for the murder. Now, my thing is this. First of all, if we're estranged and we're about to get a divorce, we're not getting along, we don't live together, whatever, I will be damned if I'm going to move across the hall. No, 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 no. I need to be across town. Hell, I didn't even need to be in another state. As the verdict was read, Mr. Kovlin dropped his head and closed his eyes. The victims' siblings and their spouses, who had attended the trial every day, embraced one another and wept, just like Jesus did. Jesus wept too. Lord have mercy. The wheels of justice turned very slowly, and we always had confidence that ultimately this day would come. Miss Kovlin's brother-in-law, Mark Cadast, said, "Finally, after 9 years, we have justice for our beloved Shelley." Mr. Kovlin's lawyer, Robert Gitleb, said he would appeal the verdict. Now, what's the point of appealing? But anyway, he has that right. The trial turned largely on circumstantial evidence that pointed to Mr. Kovlin as the only person with the key to the apartment who had motive to kill Miss Kovlin, a wealthy finance executive. Stop right there. First of all, if we are estranged, I don't give a damn if we got 6 kids together. I don't care if we got 1 child together. You ain't getting no key to my place. Not if we done separated. If we done separated, we broke up, we no longer together, why would I let you have a key to my place? No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Mm-mm. Hell, ain't nobody got no key to my place. Nobody. I don't give no damn. Well, what if you lose your keys? It better be a damn window open some damn where I can get in my house. Please understand that. It's gonna be a way I can get in my house, but I ain't giving nobody my key. Let's continue. Prosecutors said that Mr. Kovlin strangled her to death because he wanted to inherit her fortune, then staged the crime scene to look like an accidental drowning. She had planned to cut him out of her will that same day. You see what I'm saying? He knew she was gonna take him out the will, and he was like, "I'll kill this bitch before I let her take me from getting that money." So my thing is this right here: if you wanted her fortunes, what the hell was you doing? You as a man, you weren't working. The money you was making wasn't enough for you to be able to sustain. Let's continue. His primary motive was pure, unadulterated greed. I ain't say that. That's what the newspaper said. The lead prosecutor, Matthew Bogdanis, told jurors in his opening statement. Still, jurors were challenged and determined what happened on New Year's Eve 2009 inside Miss Kovlin's apartment at the Dorchester Towers, a luxury building on West 68th Street, a few blocks from the Lincoln Center. See, let me tell you, she had went through 2008 and was like, you know what? I want a divorce. I'm taking him out of my will. Come January the 1st or January the 2nd, whenever the office are back open, I'm taking him out of my will. He knew it. He was like, bitch, you gonna die before I let you cut me off from net money. That's what he was thinking, and that's what he did. The police, who initially thought it was an accidental death, did not immediately dust for fingerprints or collect DNA. Man, come on here. I don't care what happened. It is protocol that even if it looked like it could have been somebody died in their sleep, it could have been in it. It is their job to collect evidence, test, run DNA and all that shit to make sure that this person died in their sleep. But they couldn't do an autopsy because of their religion, and they buried her in like 2 to 3 days. So guess what? That right there killed that part, because if you ain't burying them, if you're not doing an autopsy, you're not putting in any embalming fluid, but that goes to the funeral home. But at the same time, had they done an autopsy, they would have saw that this woman was strangled to death. But anyway, let's continue. Nor did they secure items in the bathroom for evidence. They took no notes and spoke to only a few neighbors. They never searched Mr. Culver's apartment or the building common areas for evidence. They even allowed the family's rabbi to clean the bathroom with peroxide, eliminating any evidence of blood. Lord, have mercy, Jesus. Come on, y'all. Lord, have mercy. I don't get it. But anyway, Mr. Gottlieb said in closing arguments on Monday that there was no way to determine who had murdered his client's wife, largely because detectives had botched the investigation, and he is damn right on that. The police investigators allowed this shit to go on without doing their job. So guess what? The police department is responsible just as much as that man. I don't care. Y'all ain't got to like it. Y'all ain't got to like me. You want to send this video to the damn New York Police Department? Fuck it. Go ahead on. I don't care. It is the truth. They failed those children. They failed that woman's family, her sisters, her brother-in-law. They failed that woman's siblings and her children. They failed. You failed. Let's continue. It is impossible to know beyond a reasonable doubt what happened to Miss Shelley Colvin, how it happened, and why it happened, he said. Because Miss Colvin was buried without an autopsy, the cause of death was undetermined for several months. But as suspicions grew regarding Mr. Colvin, the family had her body exhumed. And in April of 2010, a medical examiner determined that she had been strangled. Her neck squeezed with such force it fractured the hyoid bone, causing bleeding in her right eye. Lord have mercy. Damn, I mean, he had the grip of Thanos. I mean, what, his hand is a vice grip? And if y'all don't know what a tool I'm talking about for the men, or you got women that know about tools. Hell, I know about tools. I was raised by my grandparents. And my grandfather always had us helping him with doing stuff. So I know what a vice grip is. He must have the strength of 10 vice grips. But let's continue. Still, it took more than 5 years for prosecutors to have enough evidence to arrest and charge Mr. Colvin, a self-proclaimed martial arts expert, with her murder. My thing is this right here. If you a self-proclaimed martial arts expert, hell, you could have just ran up to her and did a drop kick out the damn window, and she would have fell plunged to her damn death, and somebody could have said, well, she committed suicide, she jumped out the window. But this joker wants to strangle her to death as if won't nobody gonna find out. But anyway, Miss Colvin had been married to Mr. Colvin for 11 years, and before her death had confided in family members and close friends that his erratic and abusive behavior, according to the testimony, is evidence presented in trial. So let me tell you something. Yes, he was abusive, and that's why she put his ass out. But guess what he did? He moved across the hall. Across the hall. And my thing is, why did when they separated and she put him out, why didn't she get the locks changed on the door? Why didn't she talk to building management and say, listen, me and Mr. Colvin, we're separated. Mr. Colvin, we're separated. He cannot have a key to my place. I'm changing the locks on my door. I don't give a damn if it costs me $100, $50, $75. Change the locks on my door. Do not, by any circumstances, give him a key to my house. If you give him a key to my house, I will sue you, and I will sue anybody else that had anything to do with it. Point blank, period. People don't like being sued. But anyway, I digress. Let's continue. She wrote to her sister Eve in January 2009 that she was very scared that at some point in the future his anger and rage may result in something bad happening. He really can't control his temper. The children's babysitter, Hyacinth Reed, testified that one day Mr. Coughlin was screaming at Miss Coughlin so loudly inside the apartment that he could be heard in the hallway. Later, Miss Reed said Miss Coughlin told her Mr. Coughlin had thrown her to the floor. Miss Coughlin filed for divorce in May of 2009 and was planning to remove him from her will. That enraged Mr. Coughlin, who prosecutors said was often unemployed. You see, okay, there we go. Often unemployed and dependent on his wife and her family's lodgers. Let me tell you something. When you got somebody whose back is against the wall, they ain't got no income. They don't have no way to support themselves, and he probably can't keep a job because his attitude is so damn nasty. And you cut them off, trust and believe, when the money go, the hungriness will show. Let somebody say they cutting your money off. You gonna go slam off. But let's continue. Prosecutors described Mr. Coughlin as an impecunious professional backgammon player who risked losing his children and his lavish lifestyle if the divorce approved. He wanted his wife dead, Mr. Bogdanis said, because he was set to receive about $5 million from her estate. Lord have mercy, boy, the love of money. Oh, boy, that $5 million is a lot of money when you ain't got none. Hell, it's a lot of money and you can go to work every day too, but what the hell that mean? Okay, Miss Coughlin met Mr. Coughlin in a Jewish singles party. She met him at a Jewish singles party at La Bar Bat, a bar in Hell's Kitchen neighborhood of Manhattan in February 1998. They were engaged in a matter of weeks right there. Right there. Let me tell you something. I understand people want to be loved. They want to be in love. They want to be happy. They want to be married. But you don't know a person in weeks that would justify you to marry them. You can't be with a person for 2, 3, 6 months, a year to say this person has shown me that I'm willing to marry them. Some cases are different. You got some people, they date for 6 months, guess what? They marry. But I can't put myself in that situation. Not me. I can't speak for you. I can't speak for anybody else. But I can't put myself in a situation to whereas 6 to 8 weeks after we done met, we in love, the sex is great, everything is awesome, we're having a great time, that I want to marry you. Man, bye. No. I ain't marrying nobody weeks after I done met them, let alone months. I have to be with you for at least a year to 2 years to say, okay. But even then, you got people that's been dating for 2 years, they get married, next thing you know, that person that killed them. It's like they set them up to wait. They fatten the snake to kill. You know what I'm saying? They done fatten up the rack so the snake can kill them. Anyway, okay, they were engaged in a matter of weeks despite an age difference of 11 years. 2 years later, they had their first child, Anna. Ms. Coughlin was a senior vice president for private wealth management at UBS. Oh boy, yeah, UBS is big. While Mr. Coughlin was an unsuccessful stockbroker who went to school, traveled for backgammon tournaments, and he tried his luck in a number of financial ventures that Ms. Coughlin helped fund. You see what I'm saying? Court records show he also spent countless hours pursuing women for sex, prosecutors said. So not only is his wife taking care of him, but then this maggot bastard got the nerve to go and cheat. How you gonna cheat on somebody that's taking care of you? But then again, hell, that happens all the damn time. I mean, you got somebody that's providing a life for you. You got somebody that provide all kind of stuff for you. Your failing adventures, and then you got the nerve to want to kill her because she tired of taking care of you. On their 10th anniversary, Mr. Coughlin told Miss Coughlin that he wanted an open marriage, and she objected. What woman want an open marriage? Because, see, he was already cheating, and 9 times out of 10, she knew he was cheating, and she confronted him about it, and he wanted an open marriage, so that gives him justification to go and cheat. But guess what he was going to do with that? He was going to take her money, go and spend it on other women, take care of other women with her money. Hell no, ain't nobody going for that. I wish a ninja would take my money. First of all, if I don't trust you 100%, to where I know you're going to be faithful. And I know it's hard where a lot of people can cheat, but you have some men and you have some women that are very faithful in their marriage. They love their husband, they love their wife, and they wouldn't do anything to hurt them or whatever the case may be. You can trust them with your finances. You know the bills are getting paid. You know you got food in your refrigerator. You ain't got to worry about your car not being serviced, getting your oil changed. You ain't got to do nothing. All you got to say, well, baby, my tires is shaking on my car. Well, baby, give me your keys. You take my car, and I'll take your car to the dealership and see what's going on. When you got a man that's willing to tell you, well, baby, take my car, and let me take your car to the shop and see what's going on, then we go from there. Fine. But you got some men, and I know a couple of couples personally. Let me give you this quick story real quick, and I'm not going to hold you too much longer, I promise, because I'm getting ready to wrap this thing right on up. Now, I know this person personally, her and her husband. Actually, they family. She had a car, a little mini SUV, didn't have no AC. Mind you, he got 2 cars. He got a car and he got a truck. It's damn near 100 degrees outside. She driving her car. He riding with AC. She couldn't drive one of his cars. Do you think he took her car to go get fixed? So get the AC fixed, get the thermostat fixed or anything like that? Nope. She riding around that hot ass damn car. She go anywhere, she got to ride with somebody else because she ain't got no AC. He don't give a damn about her not having AC. So check this out. Sometime later, her car completely went out. I mean, completely went out. He drive his truck to work. The other car sitting in the yard. Man, let me tell you something. She had to do some begging for him to drive, for her to drive his car. He was, yeah, you drive my car, you go to work, you come home. Don't be driving my car nowhere else. Don't be going around town. Don't be driving all over this place and that place in my car, putting miles on my car and all that other shit. And guess what she did? She did exactly what he wanted her to do. She did exactly what he wanted, and there won't no more to it. And I said to myself, I will be damned if I'm going to be married to somebody. He got a car and a truck, and my truck ain't got no AC in it, and I can't drive his car? Oh, no. Smoke in the city, because I promise you, I'm like, okay, you ain't got to let me drive your car. I'm going to drive that damn car, because I'm not riding in this 100-degree weather with no damn AC. I'm not doing that. But that goes to show you how much he cared and loved for her. He don't care for her. He don't love her. But you know what? That's what she want. Hell. She like it. I love it. Hell, because I told this other person, I said, listen here. See, that marriage would have been over. Because, see, he ain't just started doing that. He been doing that for years. But just to say she got a husband, I digress. But anyways, like I said, you know, it's just crazy. But see, in 2009, they separated. She rented the apartment directly across the hall from hers for him because she did not want to disrupt the children's lives. And they had a second child, a son by then. She also gave a set of keys to her apartment, a decision prosecutors said cost her life. For the rest of the year, the divorce custody battle became increasingly bitter. Mr. Coughlin, who had lost his job at Pragma Securities, a financial consulting firm, told a family court judge that he could no longer afford to pay child support. Let me say this. I'm not even gonna read no more into it because I promise you, this right here is just crazy. It's all crazy bad shit. Let me tell you something. Anytime you know a person is mean, abusive, and all that other stuff, you can tell. And a lot of times, what happened is you don't know a person until you live with them. Whether it's a month, a week, 2 weeks, 6 weeks, 2 years, 10 years, whatever. You don't know a person until you live with them. And we all want to be loved. We all want someone to have our back. We all want somebody that we can go home to, that we can sit down and just relax, be ourselves, or whatever. But when you're dealing with a demonic soul, a demonic spirit that refuses to allow. See, and I also think he's jealous because his wife was very successful and he was not. And believe me, that plays on a man's ego. You have some men that are very jealous of their wives, especially if their wife is very successful. Some men are very, very jealous of that. And you have women that are jealous of their men's successful career. And they're willing to sabotage it. I mean, just so that they can either get the money or so that they can do whatever they want to do. But at the same time, I look at it like this. You want to be happy, but if that's the kind of shit you're going to deal with, it's just like, man, let me stay single, give me about 50 cats and shit like that. And guess what? I can be happy with my 50 cats and be single. And I can come and go when I get good and damn ready. But let me say this, and then I'm going to end this video because I know I held y'all a little long. But let me tell y'all something. When you start to date in this day and age in 2019, when you start dating somebody, when I tell you that you have to do a background check as if this person is applying for a job, you damn right. You have to, listen, I need a background check. I need a criminal check. I need to check his credit. I need to check his job. I need to see what's going on with this dude. I need to say if what he's saying is legit. Even if it is legit, he got a good job. His credit score is damn near 765. He got a nice home. He got a nice car. He got all this other shit. They could still be mean and abusive. But at the same time, you always have that thing in the back of your head, back of your neck, that 6 cents, that 7 cents that tells you something ain't right. If you see a red flag and it's something that you know is questionable, question it. Don't ever be afraid to ask questions, because if somebody loves you and you ask questions, they should be honest enough to tell you the truth. It's just point blank period. They should be honest enough to tell you the truth. But you got some people that will lie just to save their own ass. And then when you confront them with the lie, they're gonna come up with another lie. One thing about a lie constantly changes, but the truth always stands firm. People gotta understand, when you lie, trust me, it's just like this shit we dealing with 45. Fact check that. Let's see if he's lying and see if he's telling the truth. Well, he's lying. So if you're dealing with a liar, and I'm going to tell y'all right now, if y'all don't learn nothing else from me, you're going to learn this today. If you lie, you will cheat. If you lie and cheat, you will steal. They go hand in damn hand. If you are, like they said on Ray, scratch a lie, you find a thief. And that ain't nothing but the truth. Because if you lie and you cheat, you will steal. It's just part of the damn equation. It's no more to it. It's no more to it. It is what it is. Y'all need to stop taking shit at face value and running with it and figure that, you know what, it's the end all be all. It's not. Don't be afraid of confronting your man or your woman with the damn truth. And if they get mad and fly off the handle, trust me, your next move should be your best move, and you should be out of there. In the relationship, it's hard when you break up from somebody that you've been with for 2, 3 years, 4 years, because you have invested a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of love, all your heart, and everything into this person, to turn around and be mistreated, to be lied to be manipulated, to be duped, and all that other stuff. And then you got to ask yourself, yeah, you could be mad with that person, but you got to be mad with yourself. But what that does is it makes it harder for the next person who really has your best interest at heart and who really believes in you, cares about your well-being, and want to see you do well, want to see you succeed, want to see you do things that will make you a better person. But you have people that have bitter seeds planted in them. You have people that grew up around negative, bitter people, and that's all they know. But that's no excuse. That's no justification for them to treat you the way they treat you. Some people are just evil. But anyway, that's all I got. I know I held y'all a little long, and I apologize for that. But if you like the video, hit that like button. Definitely subscribe to the channel and share this video with y'all friends and family that feel that they got a family member that they can, if they kill this person, that they can get that money. Trust me, it ain't nothing you do at this point in time in this world that it ain't gonna get caught. It's cameras everywhere. Evidence is something that you cannot get unless you plan on power washing and sterilizing the hell out of an apartment or a building. You not gonna get rid of the evidence. You just not. Whether it's from skin flakes, whether it's from your hair that done fell out your head, whether it's from whatever, you are not gonna get away with no murder. You can try it, you can do what you want to do. It could be a murder that happened 25, 30, 40 years ago. They arrested a man not too long ago for a murder that was committed 40 years ago. So if you thinking that you gonna get away with it, it's gonna be a short-lived dream. I promise you. But anyway, that's all I got. Y'all have a good day. Happy Tuesday. Be safe.